Hey there, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New Hampshire and New England brews. And today I'm going to reach into my Birch's Better Beers bag and pull out a brew from Hooksett, New Hampshire. Birch's Better Beers is a place I buy a lot of my beers. They're located at 1100 Hooksett Road, which is Route 3 in Hooksett, New Hampshire. And this is also about the only place you can find brews from Whit Birch Brewing of Hooksett, New Hampshire. This brewery has only been open since the fall of 2009. They specialize in Belgian Style brews, and this is going to be their Belgian Style Double, which I'm going to try today. One thing I think is really interesting about what Whit Birch does is they put right on here all the information a beer lover really needs. This particular bottle was bottled on February 4th, 2010, and I'm sampling this about 2 weeks after that. This is from batch number 1. This is bottle number 287 out of 315 brews. The alcohol by volume is 9.3%, and of course it's a 1.6 fluid ounce or 22 ounce bomber. So I'm going to give it a shot. There is a little bit of information on the side here I'd like to read. At Whit Birch Brewing, our goal is to create great beer for the enthusiast. Each batch is brewed and bottled by hand at our brewery in Hooksett, New Hampshire. Belgian style doubles have a history going back to the mid-1800s. Our interpretation of this style is highlighted by a dark complex malt character and a subtle dry finish. Ooh, sounds good. Crafted in small quantities to be savored for any occasion. We hope you enjoy this unique brew. Signed, Bill Herlicker, who's the founder of Whit Birch Brewing. All right. Well, unfortunately, sadly, I do not have a Trappist mug through which I can pour this particular beer. So I'm going to use the closest thing I have to a Trappist mug, which is one that was put out by Michelob. Well, they maybe don't coincide really well together, an Abbey-style brew and an American-style pale ale, but hey, this is the closest thing I have to a Trappist-style glass. And I'm going to take the top off now and see what we have. Pops off, has a nice little hissy sound as it pops off. A little bit of smoke in there, nothing outrageous. Let's pour it into this so-called Trappist glass. This is a 22-ounce bomber, and unfortunately the glass is only a 12-ounce glass, so kind of limits me on what I can pour into the glass. But anyway, on my first glance, the color is very handsome. It's a very kind of nice brown-looking, darker brown, amber color, but there's really no head to speak of. I'm serving this at around 50 degrees, about 45 degrees, I'd say, somewhere in that vicinity, which is kind of what you want for a Belgian style. So not much in the area of head. A lot of carbonation in this particular brew, but I do kind of like that brown color, sort of hazy, sort of cloudy, but it's really kind of a handsome looking color. So let's give it a whiff and see what we have. Well, the aroma is actually fairly nice. The aroma has a kind of malty, slight malty, maybe a fruity bit to it. It's kind of a mixture of malts and fruits, and actually it's kind of pleasant. It's not a terribly bad aroma. It's actually kind of pleasant, as I said. It has a bitterness to it, a sweetness to it. So it's kind of an all-around beer aroma, for a high quality or a craft brew. So a bit of toffee, a bit of caramel, maybe a ripe fruit in there. So it's kind of nice. Let's give it a sip and see what it looks like. Taste-wise, it definitely has a very bold feel to it in the body. It's really a heavy kind of bodied beer, which is very nice, and I very much enjoy that. It's got a lot of kind of oomph to it. Let's put it that way. Flavor-wise, it's more sweet than anything else. I get more of a sweet caramel flavor out of that. Also a bit of toffee. But I must say it's extremely pleasant. It's very enjoyable. It's really a little different than most of the doubles I've ever had. Usually